What is up, you beautiful people? So today we got something a little bit different. So I have in front of me a carburetor, and it's out of my buddy's it's either a 1999 or a 1995 Sea-Doo jet ski. So I'm gonna go through it to the best of my knowledge from cleaning carbs, clean it, make it look nice, make sure none of the floats or anything, jets or anything is plugged, or I basically just want to go through and make sure everything's working correctly. So I'll flip it around and show you guys the carburetor, and then we'll get to it. All right, here she is. You can tell there's definitely some dirt and grime and stuff in there. Overall in there though, looks very good. I'll flip it up. Yeah, some of these screws could definitely be replaced. That's for sure. But that's for a different time and era. So yeah, this is what she looks like. I'm not gonna tear apart all these little things. I really just want to go through the big stuff, make sure all the big stuff is good. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, first things first, I wanna snip this zip tie and this zip tie off this line so I can get that out of the way, so I can take both of these, or open both of those up. Then I can start blowing things out with very low pressure. You want to make sure you don't push too much pressure through, otherwise you could damage parts and little mechanisms inside here. So yeah, let's get started on that. Okay, so luckily with the help of these, I was able to snip those zip ties without damaging this at all. Then obviously it's set on here like this. So I took a a screwdriver like this, just nudged it along. Then I broke these loose. You got to really shove that Phillips head screwdriver in there and make sure you got a lot of force on there, because these screws are going to be tight. So just make sure that you apply some pressure. Otherwise you could strip it out, and then you can be SOL. So let's finish taking this apart, and then I'll open this one as well, and we'll see what we're dealing with. Okay, so we got this side open. As you can see, it doesn't look too bad. That is really rusty, but I don't know much about jet skis. I just know how to clean carbs a little bit, so I'm gonna overlook that. Maybe you guys know more than I do. Little crusty right there. And then this blue you're seeing is gas and oil mix, because this is oil injection. It's 2-stroke, so you have to mix oil with your gas, obviously, but it's also oil injection, like I said. So all you gotta do is fill the little reservoir that has on the jet ski, and it does it for you. You just got to make sure you got the right kind of oil. So yeah, let's clean this up a little bit, and then I'm gonna blow this out a little bit, and then we'll continue to the other. I'll put this back on and go to the other side. Okay, I recorded a section where I didn't really talk, but we took this side apart, cleaned it, and cleaned that. I'm gonna wipe over in this area more, but yeah, then we're gonna move on to the next part. All right, so we've taken off the bracket for this carburetor, and as you can tell, it is covered in gunk and goo, grime. So I'm going to start to clean all this up, and then we will move on to the next part. Obviously I'm going to show you guys this too. Okay, so I separated them and really went through this one here on the outside and cleaned it up pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I cleaned that up, made that white again, so that looks nice. So yeah, I'm going to clean this more, clean that more, and I also went ahead and cleaned this whole thing, so that looks nice now. Just basically going through cleaning everything. Alrighty, so there we have it. The top is back on, all nice and shiny again, as you can see. All this is nice and shiny again. These little Technic areas, I don't have the tools to reach some of these spots. I'm still gonna go through this more and dial it in. We still also have this side here to take apart, so we're gonna do that as well. But yeah, a side note too I want to mention, I have been getting a lot of stuff like blowing it with the air gun here. Like a lot of shit has been blowing out, so I just want to make that obvious too, that like I can't do all this on camera just because I only have 2 hands and this is for a buddy, so I'd rather make sure it's done right than get content. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that just so you guys are aware of that. All right, there we are. So this sits in here like this, like that. It sits underneath that little float valve right there. And then you take the 2 screws out, which are those 2 right there. And you got your jets, 2 jets over here, and you're gonna have more jets over here, and then there's one underneath here. So I'm gonna take a little wire running up and down in each of those, and then blow it out a little bit. And then put this side back together, clean it up, obviously. Clean it up, and then I'm gonna do this side. Here is what was inside this. This sits down like this on here. But yeah, that's what was inside here. So yeah, I'm gonna get to this and show you guys the progress. Would you look at that? Man, that looks good. So what I did is I cleaned it all out, polished it, blew out the jets, cleaned the jets, ran a wire down the jets, got those dialed in. And then I took this cover right here and brought it over to a like a little shine stone, or a wire wheel, and cleaned around the edges so that way the screws were sitting even and not on this black stuff, because part of it's gone. And it's thick enough that I can tell it with my fingernail. That's why I wanted to do that. That way nothing was sitting funky. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. But yeah, now let us start this side. Alrighty, I figured I'd show you guys what it's like opening one of these. I just took the 4 screws out, so there they are. So let us open this. Yep, and there's how that thing sits, like I was telling you guys. This side here is a little bit chewed up right where my thumb is. So I'm going to let him know about that, but that's kind of chewed up. And then, oh, great. Shout out to the last guy that owned this. Freaking dumb. What the hell? Go until it's gone, I guess. Stupid. I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to get that out without seriously messing stuff up. I might honestly call my buddy and show him this and then see what he thinks. Yeah, that's just stupid. Alright, let's dive into it. Alrighty, everybody, so I just got off the phone with my friend that owns this skidoo that I'm cleaning the carburetors for, and I'm just gonna go by my better judgment and not mess with it. I don't have the proper tools to extract that if something were to happen, and I'd feel a lot better if I didn't break it. So I'm not gonna tackle that. If it was my own, I'd bust right in there, but it's not, so I don't want to damage anything further than what already is. But this thing is way cleaner than it was. This rag was brand new when I started, and it's covered. So that's it was bad. So I definitely needed that. A lot of stuff came out of the jets. A lot of stuff came out of the side chutes here. Just a lot of stuff in general came out. So I'm going to button this all up, wrap it up, and then get ready to give it to him tomorrow. So stay tuned. This video may not be exactly what you guys are wanting to see or wanting to hear or wanting to watch, but I'm just trying to get more content for you guys, because I feel like it's days in between before you guys actually get a video to watch. I'm gonna come stand here in the corner so you guys can actually, so there's not a glare. So I just wanted to make sure that I was pumping out enough content for you guys. So I apologize for the lackluster. Been battling some daily struggles. We're getting through it though. So stay tuned. More's on the way. The first gen, I'm going to be throwing money at that thing right and left now. I'm just going to slowly keep paying things off and tackling it. So, because like I said before, that truck was mainly meant to be a hobby. So I just want to make that clear. And then Yeah, it's hard though because I have a huge desire to start throwing parts on my Ford, start ordering stuff, but I told myself no until this Dodge was done. And then that's going to be parked, or this thing is going to be parked, and I'll be driving the Dodge. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Stay sexy and keep grinding. Peace out, boys.